Welcome back. It's time for Your Money, where we help you figure out how to make money, how to spend it, and what you can use to actually make money. And speaking of money management, today I'm joined by members of Pesamoni Bold Cashers KE Limited. We have to my far right Joshua Dongo, who's a brand manager, as well as Asha Namanya, who is the CEO founder of the organization. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, it's quite interesting when I was told about this app. It's about a group of young people coming together to form an app. Could you tell us more about that? I'll start with you.
Thank you, and good morning, viewers.
Yeah.
We started in 2016, Pesamoni as a financial technology company, and of course we are looking at the gaps that were there in the economies, especially in East Africa. So we came up with an innovation which we included actually Bold Cashers. It was also added onto Pesamoni, but now we have brought another innovation which could actually help about 20% of the East Africans, especially in terms of making money and also employment. So it is called Cash Chat.
Okay, so let's focus on Cash Chat for a moment. And this question is for you, Joshua. Why did you decide on this? What did you see in the market? He's pointed to some gaps that this app would save. What was it about the market that you're trying to, fill when you were coming up with the app?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for hosting us today, and morning viewers. If you look at the Kenyan's GDP, it stands at $99.246 billion. And that being said, the unemployment rate is deafening. The percentage is deafening. And so we were looking at solutions in which Kenyans can get employment opportunities. You don't have to be employed given all the sorts of perks in the normal white collar jobs.
Yes.
We can come up with other different ways in which Kenyans can get jobs. And that's why we looked at the gap. And basing this fact on digital marketing strategy, if you look at the Hot Suit Digital Report of 2018, it gives Kenya the internet penetration being 17th in the whole world, and in Africa, in fact, an impressive #1. That stands at around 42 million Kenyans who have access to internet. We call it internet penetration.
Yes.
So I looked at the marketing strategy, digital marketing strategy, the rate of unemployment, and the gap that is there.
Right.
So we merged this, amalgamated all this, and came up with
the product.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Asha, he has pointed out that Kenyans are #1, which means we are already using tech. We're using this app. So, what is it that made you feel confident in this particular app? Because we have alternatives. We know what's in the market already. So, what is special about Cash Chat that makes it something that I would want to download to my phone to use?
Yeah, actually, thank you so much. When you look at what actually he mentioned about the internet usage, and you look at the internet usage in Kenya, it's about 43 million who are connected to the internet. But all that has not really translated into an income. So maybe some could be on social media, some could be maybe on YouTube and other social media platforms.
Yes.
But it does not really contribute a lot to the change of life of this person who is using this platform.
Yes.
So Cash Chat comes in there to bridge that gap. It's a combination of finance and also social media. So we want to make a useful life, especially for the user.
So explain to me how I would typically make money off of chatting, because, or an app that is typically assumed to be a chat app. But then how would I go about, for example, YouTube? I produce content, there are ads, and based on viewership and how many clicks on the ad, then I can make some cash. So is it similar when it comes to Cash Chat? Yeah,
actually, it's almost similar to YouTube. What Cash Chat does is that it gives a person or a member who has joined it to become an agent. So we actually advertise, we do advertising, especially online. Apparently, we have over 400,000 users who we have at least connected East Africa, the whole of East Africa. So when you look at the people who view, there are quite many. So we want to translate that into an income. So this person who joins will be able to benefit from advertisement, at least 20% commission. Whoever joins
and be able to use the Cash Chat
So
app.
is this by, I'm trying to understand exactly, is this by ads on the app, or is it that by you advertising the app to other people? How exactly does the money come in?
Actually, the ads on the app.
The ads on the app.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, interesting. Now, Joshua, the Kenyan, it's not just in Kenya, it's in East Africa. How come did you decided not to just zero in on this Kenyan market and decide to, spread your wings to across the region?
Okay, the parent founder comes from Uganda, Asha Namanya, and that's why the origin came from Uganda.
Okay.
That is where the genesis actually began. Yeah, so it's from Uganda, then it spreads diffusionally to other parts of East Africa.
Yeah, but what is it about the region? And, there are certain apps, or rather services, that are just centered around local markets, but then this one is spread across. Is it a unique thing with East Africa? Is it that it is an untapped market that you're trying to reach? What is it about East Africa that you decide I'm going to, because he might as well have focused on just Uganda,
Yes.
So what is it about the whole region that, motivated you to go that far?
Okay, Cash Chat, as we talked about earlier, the market in East Africa, it's quite large.
It's large, yes.
And based on the internet penetration and the digital market strategy, it has not been fully implemented. Yes, it's the buzzword in every board since 2018. But tell me of an organization or an institution that has an implemented strategic a digital strategic plan. None. So this is the market that we want to tap into.
Okay.
And basing on these three determinants, unemployment, the digital marketing strategy, and the advertisement, the digital advertisement platform, it is quite a green market to venture into. And that's why we decided to venture first in East Africa.
Now, Mr. Asha, would I be able to just chat and not go to work and not have any other job and actually earn money to live off of from this app?
No, actually, basically, we do more than, chat. We also have a scheme where you can actually save your money and actually up to 15%. So we have partnered with some of the investment companies. So when you use the app, you have options. You can either come and make a saving, or you can become an agent, whereby it's an online business. So you can contact different companies that can actually advertise with you and on your status.
Right.
So when you get that advert, you can be able to earn 20% of the commission on whatever they pay when they advertise. So you can also make it easy, of course, to send money. We have a wallet, basically. That's why it's called Cash Chat. So it's finance and then social media. So we integrated the two to make it easier and accessible.
Right. I like the concept, but your competition must be tough, because as far as you're talking about the lack of local companies taking advantage of those advantages of internet usage being really quite high in this region. You have WeChat, you have WhatsApp, you have even the YouTubes that are just not just social media. So how are you going to be battling it with people still preferring the traditional ones that made it to the market before you?
Yeah, it's all about the value that I give to you. We don't normally want to go in too much competition, but we always look at exactly what they offer and what we can offer.
No, you can't ignore it.
Yeah, you can't ignore it, of course. But when you look at what YouTube offers actually to the user, you have to have more than, I think, 1,000 or 10,000 views to earn like $2.
Income.
So which really doesn't make sense. But if this person is on Cash Chat, there is a big difference. If an advertiser makes an advertisement, let's look at a year. In a year, if a person pays, let's say, for a year to advertise with us, that's about 3,000 USD. So you get 20% of that 3,000 USD if that advertiser was really advertising on your status. So that's actually a lot of significant, which is more than the other ones. How much they've been there for a long time, but there is high penetration.
Okay. Yeah. And of course the returns, because so the goal will be to get advertisers to buy space and then use your platform, and then by virtue of that being on my, let me call it a timeline or whatever you can call it, then I'm able to earn money. Does this money come to my Cash Chat account?
Yes, exactly. So we have a wallet which we have integrated.
Okay.
and with actually telecoms. So basically when you earn, so we push that money to your account. So everyone who registers gets actually a wallet and with an ID, which is like maybe let's say an account, so which you connect to your mobile, where you have like say M-Pesa, or maybe in Uganda we have MTN Uganda, and in Rwanda MTN still Rwanda. And then we have also MasterCard and Visa, which are also connected. So we literally connect it to bank and mobile.
Oh, so basically, even from your mobile app, you can now transfer the funds to
directly to M-Pesa.
To your M-Pesa or to your bank account or what have you.
Yes.
And that sounds like heaven. I mean, I mean, just to chat and have adverts. But then I'm sure you have encountered challenges in the market. Could you tell us a bit about that, Joshua?
Yeah, you know, in the internet market, you know, we also have the techs.
Yes.
Who comes up with sort of virus or bugs where you find some bit of hitch here and there,
yes, glitches,
which is normal in the internet market. Another thing is the illiteracy, the financial literacy also is also a key thing where you want to explain to somebody the wallet. It's a new technology.
Yeah.
So we are trying our level best, because you remember M-Pesa when it came, it took much time for people to actually embrace. And now we have the wallet platform, and we're doing our level best to market it so that people embrace it. Yes. That we can integrate wallet, M-Pesa with the accounts.
Absolutely. And I'd imagine security would also be a question, because with the internet, cyber security laws are not the best in Africa yet, because of, while there's, you know, and the penetration you're talking about, the laws are have not caught up, and therefore there is a bit of vulnerability when it comes to this online platforms. What are you doing to ensure people's money are secure? Because I might have my 1,000 shillings in there, and then one day wake up and it's all gone. You know, you have to address this sort of concern. Have you felt this as a need that you need to take a look at keenly?
Yes, I think I can take on that. Security is actually paramount when you look at technology, especially in the recent years. There are a lot of, you know, people who come and hack into the systems, so we are aware of that. We are a member of PCI DSS Council, that is Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards. So we look at the standards internationally. So we are connected. So normally they give standards of how you encrypt data, especially from end to end. So we encrypt an end user. And on top of that, of course, we add other layers. For example, if you earned your money and it is in the wallet and you want to withdraw it, so we make sure that we send you an OTP to your mobile.
The code?
Yeah, the code. So you have to always verify that code, so that we identify that you're actually the actual user, or you're the actual owner of that money.
And not a third party.
Not a third party.
So this is basically, what I've experienced with that is that when you're trying to make a purchase from an app or an online shop, before you, the bank, you know, gives the funds to the app or the organization, a code is sent to your phone, and then you can enter that code to the app, and then it's given the okay. So if it's somebody with another device somewhere far off, then they cannot actually have the code to, and then therefore the transaction won't be complete.
It won't pass, yes.
Okay, now that's quite interesting. So moving forward, youth, and in conclusion to the conversation, young people in East Africa are huge consumers of apps, whether local apps, foreign apps, all the apps that I mentioned. We are avid consumers, but as he pointed out, we are not really taking advantage of that. So what have you seen yourself, and what would you encourage young people who are jobless, who have the smarts to actually be on social media all day and be very entertaining? How can they turn this into money the way you have done, or are trying to do, help other people, aside from cash chat? Yeah,
actually, what the young people need to know is that now the whole concept has changed, especially in digital. They need to see that actually a phone they have is really worth the future. So they need to actually accept, okay, when you have like a smartphone, almost now you have everything. You can work from home. You can explore many opportunities actually online. not only in chatting, not only in social media, but I believe they just need a bit of, you know, highlighting to them, like he said, they have a little of illiteracy about how they can use their phone or smartphones, you know, to make a living, you know, minus making noise all the time, that there's no money, no employment.
The economy.
Yeah, the economy is too bad. But I know the smartphones have brought now these innovations which they can tap into and translate at least to earn a living. Yeah.
And what's your take on what young people should do in terms of app and the internet to just, you know, lift themselves out of poverty or take advantage of the little that they have?
I think first of all, we should evade laziness. You know, you can't sleep and expect things to come to you. It's like you're competing with the dead. Success will never come when you're lazy. You have to get up, stand up and be counted. That is what you have to do. And then you have to push. We know the market is a bit harsh. Like in Kiswahili we say, Nairobi ni shamba la mawe.
La mawe too,
yes. So there's no easy ride. And I know in Uganda, be it Tanzania or Rwanda or Burundi, it's not an easy ride. I think
anywhere basically, even these countries that are more developed, you have to do something. You can't just sleep and, you know, earn a living out of the internet. Yeah, so he says get to work. That is your advice? Absolutely. Anything you'd like to add about the app? I know it's not as simple as we've put it. There's chatting. What more services can you get out of the chat as the app as we wind up? Yeah,
okay. Actually, we also give you a privilege as a user when you join to send and receive money. You can send money differently to your fellow user, your friend and family, and at a cheaper price because you're already a member. So I think we make even money transfers very simple across the border. So you can send from Kenya to Uganda, Uganda to Kenya, Kenya to Tanzania, across border, and also in Europe and Asia plus USA. Yeah, I think that's an advantage because sometimes before I go to Western Union or whatever, or even while we have our M-Pesa and the Vodacoms and the different service providers in other countries, sometimes getting that synergy to be able to send money directly is a problem. So this is a plus when it comes to that app that you're taking advantage of. Now, what more would you like to add about the app as we wind up? Basically in relation to the market out there, because that is where our key interest is in. The young people should take advantage of the gaps that are there, especially in the digital platform. Gone are the days when billboards, everybody nowadays looks down. Yeah, they're not looking up. Yes. But our slogan is you fly high. You might be looking down, but you're flying high. Yes. So take advantage of this platform. Get into it, download the app, take advantage because it's like the sky. It has variant myriads of opportunities that awaits them. Yeah, thank you very much, gents, for joining us for Your Money.